Hi Aquarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of March 8th to the 14th, 2021. And I do want to take this moment to remind you, as always, to like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't already. Now, when subscribing, don't forget that little notification bell, alrighty? And when meditating on your beautiful Aquarian energy overall for the week, the message that came through was staying super focused. Staying super focused. And the song, interestingly enough, that Spirit chose to speak upon your week was Louder by Michele. And I'll leave that at the bottom of the description box if you'd like to listen for yourself. But the lines that stood out were, come out of the shadow, step into the light. This could be the moment. Are you ready to fight? It just feels like you're very focused on what's ahead. You're very focused on what you're working on at this time, what you're trying to build. And it feels very career oriented. In Spirit saying, you know, are you ready to fight for what you want? It's time to step into the light, my friend. Let's begin by pulling a few messages from the Starseed Oracle deck. And keep in mind, general weekly read for the sign of Aquarius. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check out your other placements in your chart for more messages. Alrighty, for beautiful Aquarians to begin this weekly read for the 8th to the 14th, excuse me, of March 2021. We got one so far. What else do we have for Aquarius? Interesting. What else do we have for Aquarius? They're now telling me they just want the one. Bear with me. Interesting. That's very rare. So we have I Remember, Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus the Destiny Life. Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus the Destiny Life. You're going to be reminded throughout this week, or it just feels like you're being pushed or you're being drawn to a destined path for yourself, whatever it may be for you. I mean, you may already be working towards it. You may already be on the right path. For some of you, you're not. But regardless of where you are at this time, they're reminding you this week that you have a destined plan, all right? That you have a soul plan, that it's like you knew about this plan or what you were meant to achieve in this lifetime, previously in a past life, but it's like it's now coming back to you. You're being reminded by your guides, your angels, the universe. A very interesting start. We're going to continue by pulling 7 tarot cards, one for each day of the upcoming week. What do we have for Aquarius to continue this weekly read? Thank you, Spirit. Keep them coming for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Keep them coming. Bear with me. We have one last card to pull from the top of the deck. So we're starting off the week in the spread with the Queen of Wands. If I could hold it up. So you begin the week, Aquarius, on a very calm and passionate note. Feeling like there's this feeling that you know you have a lot ahead of you. There's this feeling that you have this intuition, this inner knowing, if you will, that everything's going to work out, right? That you're destined for a lot more than you have or you've achieved up until this point. And Spirit saying you're absolutely correct by thinking that or saying that. It's on Monday when you'll find yourself, for whatever reason, glowing on a different level. Eyes will be drawn to you. People will be noticing you. People will be attracted to you. You'll just be feeling good, glowing, because they feel like you've been taking care of you in a different way than you had been previously. Very nice. But I mean, it doesn't mean on Monday you won't be focusing on your career, your craft, your job, whatever it may be for you. But it just feels like things aren't getting to you on Monday. You're feeling focused but content, calm, passionate, all those good things. All right, so we're moving on to Judgment. And on Monday, you might be reminded that you are on the right path. Or if not rerouted, but it feels like for the majority of you, reminded that you're doing what you need to at this time. All right, and it's partially why you're glowing. So Judgment. So you make your way to Tuesday, and you're feeling very spiritually connected for whatever reason. You feel like you're going through a huge life transformation, even though you probably recently did the same thing, went through another transformation, I mean. There's also a feeling that on Tuesday, for whatever reason, you need to let go of certain emotions, grudges, negative feelings that you potentially held onto. It's like you getting a taste of what this feels like on Monday, to feel so good, to feel so content, passionate, glowing, seeing the result of all of which leaves you feeling the need or being pushed by your guides and angels to release a few negative things you've been holding within that could prevent this from being more consistent moving forward. And they need you to be at your best, glowing more consistently, because it affects your work in a huge way. Okay, and your work seems to be very important. We're moving on to the Ace of Wands. So you make your way to Wednesday, and you are very much thinking about a fresh start, thinking about what lies ahead. You know for sure that there's good things ahead, but you want to know more, or you want it to happen sooner. Your mind will be racing at this point. It feels like a day where naturally when you were very spiritually connected on Tuesday, Wednesday feels like a day where there's a focus on your intuition, your beautiful mind, your third eye opening for some of you. Interesting. When moving forward, my friend, make sure you are trusting your beautiful Aquarian intuition. It will not guide you in the wrong direction. All right, that paired with your guides' voices, you're going to end up in beautiful places, my friend. Four of Pentacles. You want me to pull one for the Ace of Wands real quick to clarify? What do we have for this Ace of Wands? Okay, so there's a potential on Wednesday for you to feel a bit emotional. All right, maybe it's about what you've been through. Maybe it's about, what lies ahead and how hard you've worked up until this point. But I mean, it makes sense going from the Judgment card where we're talking about release of emotions and grudges and all that stuff. And so you make your way to the next day where you're thinking about a lot of things, including a fresh start for yourself, and it leaves you a bit emotional, right? It brings back some feelings, some thoughts that you thought you had dealt with previously, but really just need to be dealt with now before this beginning, before this fresh start that you deserve, right? Some prep work, if you will. Moving on to the Four of Pentacles. So you make your way to Thursday, and you are focused on your finances, on your financial goals. Some of you are paying off a debt or a bill. And we're going to pull a clarifier for this one. Ooh, Ace of Cups. It feels like whatever you accomplish when it comes to your finances on Thursday, or maybe a reminder from Spirit and the Universe comes in about what lies ahead within your financial section of your life. It leaves you feeling like your cup is overflowing. They're saying you start off the day in this Four of Pentacles mindset, and you end with this Ace of Cups mindset, feeling abundant, feeling like you have more than enough to go around, or being reminded that that's what lies ahead. Absolutely amazing. And we're moving on to the Eight of Swords. And so you make your way to Friday, and it's a very reflective day, a day where you're reflecting on what's keeping you limited, what's keeping you feeling trapped at this time. What else or who else needs to go, including your own habits, my friend, let's be honest. in order to make the best out of this fresh start or whatever is to come in the near future for yourself. Being aligned with the Queen of Wands, this is also in an effort, keep in mind, to keep you like this Queen of Wands early on in the week, to allow this to be more consistent, right? Where you're feeling passionate, content, and not stressing about the future in any way, shape, or form. And we're moving on to Temperance. So you make your way to start the weekend on Saturday, and there's a reminder for you to have patience, all right, and how things are moving, how things are unraveling. A true reminder comes in, which is going to be different for everybody. Why destined timing exists, and how it's going to benefit you in your situation. Interesting. And being aligned with the Judgment card, they're saying, remember, you wanted this new start earlier, didn't you? But you almost didn't realize, or maybe you did. Either way, that release of emotions and whatever it was for you had to happen. Some of this healing needed to take place still, so that you could make the best out of what's to come. So have patience. Everything's happening the way it should. It feels like you're still being prepped a little bit for the amazing beginning that you have ahead for you. They're preparing you to spread those beautiful Aquarian wings and just fly towards your destiny, all right? What you were meant for. Page of Swords. And so you finish off the week on Sunday with a message coming in. Let's see what that's all about. What do we have for this Page of Swords? Okay. So we have the Eight of Wands and the Two of Swords. They want me to pull one more. Excuse me. Okay, so to clarify this Page of Swords card, we have the Eight of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. And so this message is coming through maybe somebody else, but it's directly from Spirit and the universe to remind you of this fresh financial start you have ahead for you. All right? For a lot of you, it was being aligned with the Ace of Wands. Again, it's about that fresh start. It's directly related back to whatever you were thinking about. Okay? Trying to end the week off on a positive note, reminding you that you have nothing but financial success ahead for you. And has a lot to do with your hard work, your determination, and you staying ultra focused this week. All right? So let's continue, or finish this off rather, by pulling a Find Your Happy card or two for our lovely Aquarians. Thank you, Spirit. Life is a balancing act of holding on and letting go. It feels like you're going to be reminded of this throughout this week as well, that you need to figure out who and what needs to go moving forward, all right? And I think that, relates directly back to this Eight of Swords card, when you're reflecting on who and what is holding you down or making you feel somewhat restricted at this time. So just keep that in mind, my friend, all right? So Aquarius, on that note, I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.